destiny. Destiny was already made for me by the click of a TV. My life was already set, ready to go. I knew right then and there I wanted to make movies. I remember what I see. I remember what happens. I remember the ending. I remember the lines of every character, good and bad, memorized. I know what songs that were in that particular movie that you remember that song from. And knowing that all those movies are just so magical, like no wonder. Wondering that I want to do that. I want to be as good as what I see on TV, but in my own way. I will never be like them, but I could be like me. Because there's only one me. Only one.
And it only takes one. Not everybody has to like your freaking movie. All it has to do is take one person to like it enough to put it in front of 15, 20 people's eyes.
And when I was little, I was like already raised great on movies. Like, no joke. I was already seeing rated R movies by the time I was like 4 or 5 years old. Why? Because in the household, it was always 80s movies. 80s or late 70s, even 90s. But first thing that I got into was my all my kung fu movies that I loved, and my ultimate favorite was Bruce Lee. I always wanted to be like Bruce Lee, Same with Karate Kid, and Jackie Chan, Jet Li, Donnie Yen, all those guys, man. And I always imitated their moves every time. And same with later on was always Rocky, Rambo, I always want to go to the final match. Even with Commando, with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Bruce Willis in all of his Die Hard films, and always those macho things that was just so entertaining. But that was like the golden age of like action movies. And then when I got older, again more Clint Eastwood vibes and more acting vibes. But specifically for me, when I was growing up, it was always the action movies. Imitating was so much fun for a kid to be, like that's just so much fun. That's the point of watching these things. These movies, these shows are just so much fun to see. I started acting right away when I was a kid. Not professionally, but like at school, it was when the teachers, they force you to do plays and stuff like that. And I had crazy stage fright. I hated it. I hated acting so much. But at the same time, I hated it, but I was so good at it. I was so good at it. Teachers were so proud, parents were proud, and they were just making me, just give me the confidence to go up. I'm like, okay, no problem. Like, who's going to be the one that's going to say goodbye to everyone? And that person happened to be me. And I even brought my movie collection to college, and people thought I was crazy. Right away. I totally remember bringing all my movie collection in trash bags. And if you know that you're a filmmaker, then bring your homework with you. And that's all your movies, right? I mean, come on. I was in my ROTC program for 4 years. I was really committed to staying in that, my ROTC program, all the way through high school. I'm very dedicated to that. That made me more confident, stronger, and smarter throughout the whole thing. How to be a mentor myself. And my First Sergeant James E. Zinn, he was ex-Marine Corps retired, and he was a great man, great mentor, great teacher. And he made me the man that I kind of am today too, as well as a confident man that I am. Made it all the way up to commander in my 4th year, so hell yeah.
when I met him in ROTC, because in ROTC was like my first trigger to like make new friends in a new group, because I always had a group of friends from junior high that I followed, and I needed to make new friends. So I made new friends, and he was one of the friends that I'm happy I met and I made. The beginning part, he was a little quiet, he was a little nervous, a little shy with everything going on, and then as he progressed very well. He upped his ranks the way he was supposed to. He followed commands that needed to be done. He kept his focus that needed to be kept when he knew he needed to do it, especially when he became a commander for Second Team.
I've known Anthony Banks since our high school days, and since I've known him, he's always had this genuine passion and love for filming and storytelling. He's always had a sense of what a story needs to draw in and captivate his audience. He's always had this hunger in him to accomplish his goals, and I have no doubt he will go above and beyond to learn from the greats who came before him to continue to provide a continuous fresh story and cinematic piece for his audiences.
I've known Anthony since elementary school. Ever since he started posting his projects online, I did check them out, and I had a feeling he was going to be pretty successful in the future. He's always showed determination. He's very ambitious. He knows what he wants, and he's just an overall sweet human being. Anytime I have a chat with him online, it's always just a great conversation.
My best friend, who's like my brother, Connor, he told me, I mean, I like movies so much. What? This is an actual class, man. Go ahead and take it. I was like, wait, it's an actual class? Why didn't anyone tell me this sophomore or freshman year? What the hell, you know? With my teacher, Mr. Peterson, Chris Peterson, and I got in that class in junior year. Man, that class was awesome, man. But story-wise, it was so much fun to make whatever I want, you know. Because I'm like, man, I just want to get straight to making stuff, you know. Because this is so exciting. Oh my god, my life's about to begin. Yes, so much fun. But we had to work in a group to see who likes whose ideas more. Is that the story is good, but how it looks, it does not look that good. I'm like, oh man. And then Corona High School was having a film festival too, you know, for the district, you know. And ROTC, I had a formal dinner night with our ROTC program. I wasn't gonna go to the film festival, but I went to the formal night, and my group was gonna be there, and to see who wins and everything. And I don't know where I get a text message saying AWOL won Best Picture. I was like, you're kidding me. And he said, no, show me the pictures of the certificate. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. In my head, now I'm thinking, I can do this. I can do this. What a good hell of a junior year to end. That was a perfect ending. Right then, right there. So I told them, you guys want to make another one? They said, hell yeah. So I signed up for another year, one more year, my senior year, to be in that class again, but for the advanced class. We were just having fun, man. It was just so much fun. We were even going to school after hours too, and just filming on campus and everything. No one saying anything or anything. Nothing bad was happening at all.
Who the hell do you think you are? Bait.
And then we were going to get ready to shoot the third one, the final one. And it was just riveting too, man. Like, oh my goodness, like everyone's so excited for the third one. Now I got an advanced crew with me. I got Robbie Pearson. I got Michael Mendenhall again, Landon Brown, Juan Camacho again. Like, this is the big one right here, man. Like, this is it. Like, for the high school year, how to end it. And during that final year, me and a few of my buddies, my RTC buddies, we were going to make a trailer for the third one, like a little teaser trailer. And at my old house, we were filming right behind it. And it was like a little alleyway, like literally right behind like our fence. We just jump over and we film right there. We brought our prop guns and stuff like that. We were dressed up in our military gear and whatnot. And What we didn't know is that we were trespassing. And apparently someone got word that a bunch of people in military or army gear are jumping over the fence, and it looks like they have guns. That's right, the cops came. 2 cop cars on both sides. And right away, we were fucked. We were completely fucked. With ROTC, what they taught us is to be respectful. Be respectful to the law, be with everyone. And we said, okay, guys, since I'm responsible for this whole entire thing, I told the guys, you know what, guys? Drop this shit right now. Drop the guns, drop everything. Drop everything. So they know there's something in our hands right away. Because if we do something stupid and we're still holding this shit, they might blow us away. And could they? Yes. Damn right they could have. Damn right. So, right then and there, all cops came out, and they even brought out a damn K9 out too. That dog was vicious. That dog was ready to attack. But handcuffs on us, put us in the back of the police car. And all the neighbors were seeing it. My mother was seeing it. My other buddy, Jimmy, who was right there, he was supposed to film with us too, but he was doing something. I think he was using the bathroom. And he was, saw the whole thing, and then he got my mom right away. I was like, oh shit, yeah, we're fucked. And holy crap, and then the police realized what was going on. I was like, oh, you guys are making a movie, huh? But they're messing around with us saying, so how's my performance? What do you think? Like, you think it was believable? I'm like, yes, any man with a gun, yes, I would call you believable, yes. And then the guy was laughing. So it was good. I was deep shit at home, obviously. You know, I was big trouble with my parents, but I want to do this. Whatever thing I want to do, I will risk it. Even if it's me almost getting arrested, it's going to be worth it. Do I regret doing it? No. Now it's time for the final year of high school, and AWOL Legacy was being filmed. And afterwards, when we were seeing it, my God, we saw a second one and third one, and my God, they look great, man. Oh my goodness. For a high school short film, it looked great. And people were getting votes. Which one do you think the best film is? And by the time they got to my movies, everyone's hands went up. I was like, we did it, guys. That best film, here we go. And that's a good role for me. That's really exciting for me. Every single one of them got best film, and that was just, got it, man. I knew exactly what I was going to get onto it. Now on to the next one. So me and my family, we went to Los Angeles together. We drove and we went over there to Columbia College Hollywood. They interviewed me and they said, what do I think about their school? And I said, this is a playground of filmmaking. And why do I say that? Man, we have sets all over the place. Like, we have a living room set, an outside door set when you entrance. We have a pub set. The pub set, that's where I always hang out. That's like my spot. That's like my headquarters. That's where I'm always at 24/7 during school hours. Even though if I'm waiting for class or whatever, I am always there working. And yeah, I gave him all 3 of my movies to my AWOL trilogy, and I got in, no problem. They said, wow, this guy actually has what it takes. But until we got in there, we knew right away, if you think you know about movies and you're coming to a film school, and you think you know everything, you don't. No, you don't. So, just stop that right there. You don't know everything.
I think we got started because we were doing, we each had to shoot like our own little short or whatnot for class. So I think you had already been acting like a couple other people's ones in there, and I was just like, fuck it, I need like some actors and I need like an actual dude who can like play this role or whatnot. So I was like, all right, let me grab this fool. And then, but you know what's funny actually? Like, I vaguely remember the first time I actually like met you though was that the Warner Brothers tour. So I remember you sat in front of me, and because I remember your fucking laugh. That's why I knew it was you. But like I didn't know you. I only knew David at that point. So like we're sitting in the back, just chilling. But when we had Principles Production together, that's when we were shooting all the shorts. I had you act in one of mine, and I think I DP'd yours, wasn't it? Yours was the Psycho Killer one.
You still don't believe me that these people in this cold, dark place, this asylum, has made me do what I do.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah, so that one was yours. And I remember I DP'd that one for you, and then you had acted in mine. And I think it was after that we started kicking it a lot more and started doing like more like shoots outside of it. Because I think you were also the only one out of like our crew that had like an apartment out there. Everyone else like didn't live out there at that time. I lived in North Hollywood, so we were always going to your place doing dumb shit or trying to like shoot some stuff. But yeah, that was fun. That was back in 2014, man. God damn, that was so long ago.
So when I first met Anthony, it was back in film school at CCH, Columbia College Hollywood, and I was coming back from a class. I believe we got out like 2 hours early that day, and I saw Anthony in the pub set of the school. I ended up really liking a lot of his stuff. He showed me some projects he was working on at the time. I remember the film festival that year, 2016. He was working with, it was Alejandro. That's right. He was the main character, and I guess it's funny talking about because it's just this hilarious short where he's battling a toothbrush, throwing him across the room, across the bed. He even like throws him into the shower and like the shower glass breaks or something. You little bitch! Absolutely hilarious. We'd recently returned from the summer break and all my friends were happy to see me, and then Anthony comes in and he's super stoked about a project he's working on, and he goes into detail with it with me, and I believe this was the first time he was talking about having me come on to one of his sets, and he wanted me to edit the project, which at the time would become The Bulls from Hell. Ended up transitioning well into the edit, and it ended up turning out really well. In the pre-production or the early stages of the filming, Anthony and I, we bounced back a lot of ideas. I was almost his co-writer or his co-director. Actually, in a way, I was like the assistant directors of the project as well, because we had a little bit of hiccups around the time. Like, I believe somebody had snatched his filming location at the time.
I go to security to say if I am still good to film at the soundstage, and they said, "What are you talking about? You're not on the list." I'm like, "What? I'm tomorrow from this time to this time." And I said, "Are you sure?" And then I looked at the same exact sign-in sheet, and I looked on it, same name, same place and everything, but my name was erased.
And he was super bummed about that. So last minute, he ended up finding this website, and he was able to book 2 days in this location in North Hollywood. And to be honest, I was a little bit anxious about driving all the way out there because I was living, in Ventura County at the time, he assured me, he understood, and he's super nice, and helped reassure me everything's fine, which I commend Anthony for. But I really wanted to help him, so I fought through that anxiety, and I ended up being like the first one to the set, and I ended up like waiting around for a while, and then Anthony finally showed up, and then everybody else finally showed up. Anyway, we had a bunch of friends from CCH. We had there were like 16 people, which was pretty cool. But Anthony and I, we have similar music interests, and we even oh yeah, this would be perfect. Oh, hey Anthony, what do you think about this music track? Really? I was just gonna think the same thing. Really? That's cool. I'll be honest, I remember some people were like, Anthony's film is pretty weird, to be honest. But other people, people were talking about it, which Anthony wanted, and that was a success to him. He didn't care what other people think. He honestly had his own style. I would even dare to say that I think he is a future auteur in the art of filmmaking.
Let's see, when I told people that I could direct, write, act, edit, produce all my own stuff, people didn't really believe me that much until they actually saw me work. It's like, hey, it's all talk unless they actually see you do it. And when they saw me do it, that's when they completely shut up and be like, oh, okay, so he knows what he's doing. He don't need to take himself too serious, which is good because we're all here to have fun. This is what we're here to do. We're not only here to have fun, here to have a good time, have good relationships, friendships with people, and we're all here to do what? We're all here to make movies. And just with the first year alone, just the first year, my freshman year, 5 movies of my own, 5 movies. And even during that year too, or during the year throughout, oh my goodness, I got hit by a damn beer bottle. I remember that, man. That hurt so bad. Oh my goodness. As far as acting, casting through rehearsal, like doing the real thing, but rehearsal. And I was acting in James Abrams' final. I was acting with him. He was directing the thing, but he was also acting in it as well. So I was acting along with him. And there was a part where he was escaping, and I had to go and catch him. Like, hey, General, where do you think you're going? I was trying to pull him in, and he has these fake candy glass beer bottles.
Come on, man. Can we just do something else that we cannot just... Oh, get off me!
And it gave me a concussion. Oh my God. That was just crazy oh my God. That was the worst one that I've heard. And that was for a class project too, in class. This is in class too. And as soon as that happened, people were just quiet. As soon as it hit, they screamed, complete quiet. And what I did, I kept going. And I finished the scene. And everyone gave me props for that. Even though I got hurt, I finished the scene. And I remember having that big, huge, bump on my head right there. And it even hurt my jaw, connected to my jaw right here. And I couldn't eat properly for like a few months, man. That sucked. That sucked. But even during those 4 years in college, even made a lot of friends. Yeah, I had a lot of friends, actually. I was liked by a lot. But I was also liked by people who actually did not like me. Egos come out thinking that they know more than you, which is true, but they think like you're not going to make it anywhere. Me and Alejandro, my buddy, we were walking down to a gas station and everything to get some snacks, so sodas and stuff like that, chips and whatnot. Real quick, but I forgot something in my car, so I remember going back. My car is filthy too. My car is completely filthy. And right there, someone wrote something in the dirt on my back windshield. And I remember this. I wasn't shocked or anything. I wasn't stunned, but I just said, huh. interesting. And someone wrote "Die Bates" on my back windshield. And I had no idea who did this or anything. So I went inside to get huge water. And people are like, Anthony, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, nothing. Don't worry about it. Security guard too is like, hey, you got your cameras work right in their direction, right? Let me see. And they said, I think someone was messing around my car, and I want to see who it is. So, like, it could be homeless or no one even from the school to see. Can I see? Police said, yeah, sure, no problem. These two people, and it was a girl and it was some guy. I'd never seen the guy before, but I recognized the girl before. I was a sophomore when this was happening, and it was one of the brand new freshmen that was coming in. And then I looked closely and I was like, huh, she was nice, but now she's a total bitch. And so, you want to talk about this? We could talk about this. So we met. I remember we met in an empty parking lot at the mall right across the street from my apartment. It's usually always empty all the time. Put something in my trunk, and we'll go over there. So we met over there. I was the first one there. And I was there for a good 10 minutes. And then they finally came in. And the girl was there. There's someone else in the car. And apparently it's her boyfriend. Like some 6 foot, 210 pound. The guy looked like a damn track star or something. But he was kind of like a bodybuilder too, in a way. It kind of like he was starting to get into bodybuilding. You could totally tell. Okay, well, this guy's an athlete for sure. That was just a joke. You have no sense of humor. Like, you think you're all that and stuff like that. We asked you for your help, and you didn't give it to us. And we're like, what? Like, what's up? You think you're all this? You think you're all that? Basically, she's just shit talking me. That's what she's doing. She's not giving anything. I was like, what's this coming from? Like, honestly, it's like, I don't remember her asking her for help along with anyone else. If you're going to ask for help, then communicate with everyone else around. Shit, like, what are we going to do? So she's no apology at all. And eventually she said, what are you going to do about it? I'm like, what do you mean I'm going to do about it? And then boyfriend was stepping up, like getting close to me. And I am not here to get jumped. Like, no way in hell. Nope. That's the last thing that's going to happen. So the boyfriend was about to step up to me. And before he realizes it, I pull out a baseball bat. I put it right behind my leg where no one could see. And before you knew it, they both started backing up. And it's like, okay, guys, if you're going to attack me, I'm going to start swinging first.
I would say that he is very passionate about everything that he does. He will put the greatest effort and excitement into even the smallest thing that he's doing. I would also say that he is both nice and tough. Him being nice is the first thing that you realize when you meet him, but you come to realize that he's also no pushover. When I first met him, he had just been run over by a car, and he was very casual about it. He was just like, yeah, I've just been run over, and then he went on to do his thing. So yeah, that's Anthony.
I was in a couple of college shorts with Anthony Bates, and he was certainly renowned at our school. I don't think I've ever met someone who is so dedicated to the craft and so unapologetically themselves. And I admire him for those things among so many others. He's always been true to his word. He says he's going to make something, he's going to make that. And he's certainly an incredibly driven and talented guy.
I went to college with Anthony Bates, and I always loved seeing his short films and watching him evolve as a filmmaker, because you never know what he's going to do next. I mean, each film is completely different from the one before it, so he's a true risk taker in that way, and in many other ways. I mean, sometimes he comes up with these crazy concepts that when you first hear them, you're like, can that even be executed as a short film? And then somehow Anthony makes it happen, because he's not afraid to go there, and he's not afraid to commit to whatever crazy idea he has.
Hey Anthony, this is Stephanie. We basically met during high school. We were in the same program, ROTC, and being in that program, I think we were all like family. We went to compete in other schools. We had military ball. We had after-school activities. So it was really sad to see you graduate high school, and I thought that was going to be the end of a friendship. But when I went to orientation for college, my mini orientation, I saw you, and I was like, oh my gosh, it really is a small world after all. And I just want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to work with you in your films. It was, and it has been, a really great experience, an experience that I will never forget.
So we both were lead roles in a slasher short film where it was an intense, there were intense topics, and I did not know what to expect coming into it. Never meeting Anthony, but have heard of him through mutual friends. He even took, an accidental real hit like a champ. So, give him props. And so yeah, he was just a pleasure to work with, and his work really stands out. You can tell he's passionate about what he does behind the camera and even in front of the camera.
I've worked with Anthony Bates on a number of his films.
This is what happens when you're alone, Maxie.
Just stay still. Just scream for us, baby.
Please scream for us.
Last chance.
Where did you come from? You sent them away! Where did you come from? Whoa! What are you doing? What are you doing? Why is this happening? No! No, please!
I think they got the message.
Yeah.
I think you should pay the guy his money. Because next time it's not going to be a baseball bat. It's going to be hammers and brass knuckles.
And he's worked in a number of my films.
Well, maybe it's just a coincidence, man. There are 15 kids in this class. By this game's rules, it's impossible for me not to be picked at least once. Otherwise, it's just the same 14 kids going back and forth, which it has been 5 times now. What's going on?
It's your thumb, bro.
My thumb? Nobody wants to touch that shit. What's wrong with my thumb? Oh, I see what's going on. Some of them are innocent. Shut up! Secret Service! Take him away! No! Get your hands off me!
Where should we take him?
Let's see how far his pathetic sympathy runs.
Bring him to
Aleppo.
And the number one thing I can say about Mr. Anthony Bates is that he is without question the most fun person to have on your set. The most difficult part about making a movie is that you constantly feel like it's a fact that nobody's gonna feel the same way about your film as you feel. And not only that, everybody wants to kill you because it's a pain to make movies, and it's your fault if anything bad happens, and you just start to question whether or not it's even worth it to make this goddamn movie. But having Bates on the set, he makes you feel like it's his film too, and it's just as important to him as it is to you. And bringing that level of enthusiasm and passion for filmmaking to a set is just, there's nothing you're more grateful for as a director, or even as an actor working for him. He makes you feel like it's all accounted for, the amount that you care for this film, because he cares just as much.
The crew is in here with us. Please, Put the hands on the walls. Help's coming.
You tell me the chronic twisted that kid's head backwards like that.
Dumb motherfucker! The virus killed the fucking kid. If I would've had gloves, I would've done that shit myself.
Anthony Bates is somebody who I met in college, and I've worked with him throughout the years on multiple projects. He is one of the best people you can have on a film set as an actor. He's one of the most unique voices I've ever met, and I think that's one of the highest compliments you can receive in this industry, in this art, this craft, both in terms of a writer, director, and an actor. If there's one thing you can say about him, that's truly what it is that he's just a unique voice. He's oozing with passion. He loves what he does. In terms of being on set in general with him, he's just a lot of fun. He literally is one of the best people you can have.
Aside from, in my own head, funny stories of me quitting and then doing Anthony Bates's scene and being immediately rejuvenated and wanting to do this whole film again. That's the magic of Bates, as I said before. A funny story outside of that would be, we were on location one day, guerrilla shoot.
Well, Stanley Yelnats.
Remember me? Mr. Sir. That's right, caveman. The other guy. What's going on here?
What's going on is your friend Zero is buried out somewhere in them fields. The way I see it, she's got about 48 hours to live, Yelnats.
Which means you got 48 hours to dig him out.
Dig him out? It's impossible.
Let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, there's a magical place where everyone sucked Mrs. Sir's dick. The end.
Dead!
And these gang members came up to our set and basically told us to quiet down. We were blowing up their spot. So my camera guy was very terrified, and he requested that all the actors get in the car and we drive away. So we drove away, and I did a car vote. Do we go back and finish a shoot or not? And everybody voted no, except for Bates. Bates and I were the only ones who said, yeah, let's go back and basically start a gang war, push them off the turf, and finish this shoot. So that's just the type of fucking passion that Anthony Bates has.
It doesn't matter who you are. What really matters is that those roles that you are right for, can anybody else play that? And in terms of Anthony Bates, the answer is no. The roles that he plays, it's just, he kills it. It's like, I don't want to keep name dropping, but there's a lot of actors like that, and he's one of them. And that's one of the highest compliments you can receive, I think. And a personal story I can share is a couple months ago, I was filming a project with him, with a mutual friend of ours, Cole Gray. We were shooting a skit that was hilarious, just like all of Cole Gray's skits. But, you know, they're not always fun to shoot, not just his stuff, but anything. Sometimes it gets hard, and you start getting demotivated and other things. It's not always fun. He got on set, everything turned around once he got on set. We were laughing, it was fun again. Not only were we laughing, I specifically couldn't stop laughing. I had to leave the room, and I wasn't even in the scene. I was just off camera reading with him. I was dying. I literally had to leave, and even out there, I was still laughing my ass off. And that hasn't happened to me in a long time. It's on a movie set. Literally, it hasn't happened in a long time. Or not even since then, before then, to that extent. It's just, that's the power of Mr. Bates.
And during that fight, my first big one that I did, it was called Big Dog. That was a good one. It was from all my fighting experience that I did when I was younger and back in the day, when I was a little bit older too as well. And that one came straight from the heart in a way, but we didn't have that much equipment. And that one was most famous for, because not only we were filming with our friends, our group, and everything, you know, it was Del Capello, Chris Giron, Alejandro Zambrano, David Zambrano, This girl, Aaliyah Combs, one of my good friends too, Christian Duran, and it was just really fun, man. It was really fun making that movie, but so many problems, camera difficulties at the same time. All the batteries weren't charging, then our phones were dying, our sound equipment wasn't working. But you know what's funny, what we did? I was so desperate, guys, I filmed it on a laptop.
Every now and then, like it'll get brought up in like some random conversation. I'll be like, oh yeah, no, like we like the joke is that we shot it all on a laptop. It was literally like one scene because we didn't have a camera for like that final day, and we were just like, bro, like we can either like just go back and do this another time, but we were like, nah, it's not gonna happen. Literally the only day where everyone could be there that one time. If it wasn't like, if we didn't need any of them there, then we could have like shot it like a different day, but we needed like all 4 of you guys there for that one scene. And we were just like, all right, bro, like we have to redo this. I think it's mainly you and me who talk about that every now and then. Like it will get brought up eventually at some point. Like somebody will bring up and they'll be like, did you guys shoot with a laptop? And I was like, no, it was a camera. We just had one scene where we didn't have a camera, so we made do with what we had available.
And my first year was about to end, and the finals were supposed to come in. And I was studying like crazy. I did some midterms I did so good on, did not do so good on. But at the same time, I was really stressing. I haven't been stressing like this before. And then at the worst time possibly, nothing to do with film school, my mother called and says, Anthony, you have jury duty. Chest started to hurt like crazy. Like, I don't know. I remember when I came home, I said my chest was starting hurting. And so, oh, that's not good. It got worser and worser. I had so many things on my mind I couldn't handle it. I act as another person that triggered my anxiety. The evil, toxic side. How my brain thinks he's all alone. You had this idea. This one, and so on. You'll never get anything done. You're going to kill yourself doing the thing that you love. But I'll never go away. I'll give you a break, and you'll end up right back here where it all started, and most likely will end.
Oh, who broke that shit? Oh, it's me!
and then back here.
In my sophomore and junior year, man, I was on top of my game. I was like a brand new person. And I was like right there. My last few movies were a complete hit. Like, oh my goodness. Like, I met The Bulls from Hell. The Bulls from Hell was completely amazing. The Bench, that was great. And that One Steal was completely amazing. Along with The Kings of Maine, that one was freaking great too. Carnage, I made that one. Man, I made multiple movies, man. I think by the time my junior year, I made 15 films of my own. And they were just, people just want to keep making more and more and more and more, and they were doing great. But then I started looking at it more as an artistic view through the camera. Thanks to my teacher Napoli for his Hitchcock class. And also the French New Wave class. I learned more and more history of cinema back in the old days of black and white, and also in different countries. And that was just amazing. Like, I went to the Coens Brothers alumni class, Hitchcock alumni class, and it was just amazing. I loved it. I love every single one of them. And my last year was coming up. Junior was finished. I had all time to prep up. I knew exactly what my final film was going to be, and it was going to be Shark. Shark was the first big thing that I wrote back in freshman year with me and my buddies, with Alejandro, Efren, David, and a few other people. But at the time, we were writing it as a feature film, but we didn't have the writing skills or story skills yet to tell it. But when we wrote it, we knew it was crap. We knew it was crap. But then we got more experience in writing and storytelling and twist and everything, and character development and act 1, 2, 3 structure, raising up the stakes and everything. So now we got the tools to make a good story, to tell a good story, and knowing the characters that we will like, the characters that we will hate. And I was so ready for senior year, man. And I was about to go back to LA because this time I had to rent an apartment with roommates. It wasn't through the school system no more. And I had to do Uber to pay for my rent. And it was so inspired that I made Uber as a short film. And that was a big hit too. Me driving a few people around. But everything was going so well. I was handling everything all good. My anxiety, everything. I was calm, no panic attacks. But then all of a sudden, it just... Car accident. Almost died. I blacked out for about 10 seconds. But it felt like forever. Oh my God. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna keep your eyes shut? Or are you gonna wake up? Because if not, you're gonna be here forever. So wake up. Wake up. I said wake up.
Alright, Justin, what are the odds of you?
Yeah, we'll get all of them. 1 in 75.
Pronounce that! Close up.
Sound speed?
Camera. Go ahead.
Scene 3 beta 1, page 1.
I think you should pay the guy his money. Because next time it's not going to be a baseball bat.
Lower your voice.
No, we need to get out.
And go where, huh? With what money?
God damn it. Lucky 7.
That wasn't very impressive win.
My buddy over there is about to win us another 6,000.
Yeah, I guess we got a winner. Congrats.
I see you want my money back.
How the hell did you manage to lose against the big man?
I was just worried you two were gonna cash out a bit too early.
Yeah.
That one honestly was a lot of fun too, you know, because one, I don't do producing work, so I tried taking this one at least a little bit serious, because I was like, you know, obviously it's not my name, but I was like, we've been talking about this project for a while, so it's like you still at some point wanted to like look, not even just like look good, but you want it to be like, you know, you want to be proud of it. So I remember doing that casino scene. That casino scene was a lot of fun. Havan is great to work with. That was the first time I met him. It was a lot of fun to be there and watch him work. But no, that was a good time, man. You know, and it came out really nice for PW also. It looked really good.
Shark was my last official film at CCH, and it was my masterpiece out of all the films by far since I've attended that CCH. And just in my 4 years, I did 5 or 6 a year, 20 total. I don't think anyone's gotten to 20. Ever since I attended at film festivals, now real legit film festivals, it got best actor, best production design. All the prep, it was all on me. All the production design, that was all on me. I bought all the cards. I bought all the gambling games. I bought the fake money. And even if you're risk to put money on it and you know it's going to be a hit, you got to give it your all, man. And that's what I did, and it was a good masterpiece. And then finally, right around the corner, it was graduation. I graduated. And not only that, got my bachelor's in directing. Graduated with my friends. Walked down the stairs, down the aisle together. Got our diplomas. Now we're out in the real world.
Columbia College, Hollywood. But no, it was definitely a directing one. Because you knocked that one out. I did the one with the uniform. I can't remember what Keenan did, but that was a great scene.
Yeah.
That was a great scene. I was like, cool. And how you set it up, how you wrote it, it allowed the actors to just kind of become the character that they could perceive. It's like you gave the room of the character and the general direction. You know, like, so anywhere that landed, it was like, cool, we'll work with that. But yeah, no, like me and Keenan coming from LACC's Theater Academy and having acted before, multiple things, and, you know, kind of going on that road, you know, the homie. You know, so rest in peace, Keenan.
Hi, Manny. Nice to meet you.
I ordered the same drink as you.
Good to know.
So what brings you here?
Isn't it obvious? Look, man.
That's good.
Any more questions?
Yeah. What do you do?
He was a semester ahead of me in Los Angeles Community College Theater Academy. So they had a 3-year program, and I was like, okay, I got out the Navy. And I'm like, I'm going to go be an actor. I got accepted. And I was like, dope. And I auditioned with a Will Smith monologue and gosh, my dramatic was Denzel. Anyway, fun times, that's where I met him. And then, bam, we went to CCH together. And then he was doing his directing and acting. I was doing acting, producing. I'm like, we're going to make this happen. You know, and then in the directing class, that's where we met.
And how big that double cross became, because we thought, okay, it's just going, and it was probably one of the, because what we said, best for last, holy crap, and everyone was like, dude, this is amazing.
Yeah. And then pew, 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 pew.
Exactly. And Keenan was having so much fun, even made pew 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 pew. It's still in the movie too. It's still in the movie. You can literally hear him say pew pew.
He said pew pew while he's shooting the gun. He's pew pewing.
Damn, you're good.
Real quick.
Who sent you? Who sent you?
Who cares? I care.
That was fun.
Yeah. And you said you both of you you put it in your acting reels. How did that happen later on?
Well, like, you want to go ahead and have a diverse acting reel. If you're an actor and you don't know this, you want to have a diverse acting reel. But that was a scene that wasn't just diverse as far as it shows an action sequence. It shows me on the floor. It shows me holding a weapon. It shows me in a character. I was so adamant about being an assassin that even my hand movements, everything with the arm, everything was mechanical and executionary. You know, that was the whole point. So to be able to have that aspect and then show a drama scene or show other scenes, or, you know, you want to have those give and takes, those reactions. and I allowed it to happen multiple times.
When I said top 10 I created, Double Cross is my number 2.
Yeah.
Out of from the like least favorite to the most favorite.
Yeah.
Because Shark was number 1, but Double Cross that stays dear to my heart. I was like, oh my goodness.
No, I think it's a statement with that. Not only for how it felt for you as the director, but as an actor in it too. You know, because you want all the components to come together. You know, and we had only so long to shoot the scene. You know, but it's like cool that there were lives that had already happened when those people came together in that combustion happened. I was like, okay, that's dope. That's dope. Let's go ahead and run with that. Life hands us as souls so many different paths and pathways, and some we're not supposed to go down, but we go, and some we go down that we never knew we were supposed to. You know, and those all have different results and everything, but they're all meant for you anyway. That's the soul's experience. You know, so what happened with Keenan definitely sucks. You know, and you know, I have all his notebooks, I have all his scripts, I have all his stuff, and I'll carry that with me. You know, that's my brother for life. You know, I definitely appreciate my journey. I know what it is here for. You know, and your kind words, appreciate that. You know, motivation and driving towards goals and dreams and things. You know, there's so many words to call that. You know, but if we just call it living, it seems too easy. You know, but sometimes if we just breathe into that ease, we understand exactly where we're standing, where we're going, how we're going to do it, and all of a sudden it's lights, camera, action, and we call it life.
Hey. Hey.
Yes? Can I help you?
I'm Manny.
Hi, Manny. Nice to meet you.
I ordered the same drink as you.
Good to know.
So what brings you here?
Isn't it obvious? Look, man.
That's good.
Any more questions?
Yeah. What do you do?
What do you mean?
It's a line of work.
Collect.
You make a lot of money, huh?
It's pretty good. Part of a union.
Oh yeah. And Derek. I'm with the same unit. Damn, you're good. I know. You didn't even let me finish my drink. Who cares? I got a contract on you, bro.
Iron, I got one on you too.
Yeah? Who made?
Who made mine?
Who cares? I care. You know a Hendrix? John Hendricks? Yeah.
He put the hit on you too.
Damn, you should've never doubted me. The pain and the struggle followed me. My daddy never been that bothered me.
That son of a bitch.
And the cold streets made a man of me. Knew a time it'll come, they doubt me. Had to keep them up.
So, I came back home, start all over. And it was much slower than usually is, because back in college I was fast, right on the spot. But now you're starting fresh. You're alone now. It's going to get slower. But now I wanted to work more on real, true storytelling. Write what you know. I written by far the best script so far in my career right now. I know it's called Mom's Will. I got Hevan Baraka back from Shark. I got newcomer Christine Perez. I got my old friend for many years back from high school, Stephanie Sandoval, back in her first film. And it happened to be mine. And not only that, it was like a good award-winning film. But to go even further, I even brought more people that were actually from CCH2 as well. I brought Kenny Yang, Sam Ackles, and even another good personal friend that also from CCH and artist Dave Paris. I'm like, oh my God, I got a good group here. And even my buddy from work, Joshua Gutierrez, who has never held a camera before as a filmmaker at all, not even a filmmaker, just knows how to take a picture with a cell phone, but I taught him the way how to handle a camera as a filmmaker, and he did it, and look how it turned out. People say it's the best, by far. Like the best Bates story. It comes straight from the heart, blood, sweat, and tears in this whole entire story. Like this film is all strictly about family. That's what this film is all about. And along with the family history, like this is more a common story. Like this is something that people can actually relate to in a way. And that's why people think like this is the best one, because they've been through something like that before, or they knew someone that went through that before, or someone's going through that right now that's watching it. And it's mind-blowing, man. And it sends a damn positive message at the very end, and people they dig it, man. They love it.
I loved putting it together. I loved putting it together because I definitely saw Anthony's vision. Because in a way, we shared like the same vision. It was fascinating to me. He came over and we ended up working on it a bit. But the rest was up to me. I thought, it might get into one film festival at the most. I thought, I don't know if the editing's good enough, or I don't know if, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what Anthony's expectations for this film are. And then I find out later it's gotten into 20 film festivals.
Thanks, Dad.
Enjoy.
There you go, little brother.
When you were first brought to our doorstep, we knew that you were the glue of the family. Your brother needs your guidance. It was nothing but joy having you for a daughter. You shouldn't be ashamed of who you are. Your brothers love you so very much.
Do you want to read your letter?
Did you open your letter yet?
You at the funeral? Because we didn't see you at the funeral. Sorry, I couldn't make it on time. I told you that.
So I've been seeing a lot of Katie.
Well, she has someone new, so why bother?
Did you as much as Dad did? If he ain't coming to the funeral, he's not gonna come by here.
Think he's ever gonna be someone new after how he's been acting lately?
Why are you with a guy like this?
What happened? You're handling the most all by yourself. I need to apologize.
But you should read it. Might give you some closure. When you use ahead, we'll get out of here, alright? You went through a loss that completely tore you apart.
How's that chick of yours?
With Katie?
Yeah.
Who are you? Oh no, I heard you say that you hit your Katie. And my Katie was hit by someone. She has a black eye. And the guy won't leave her alone. And
To my dear, loving Ray, there's so much that I can say about you, Ray.
So I was just like, wow, that's insane. That's like crazy. And all around the world too. It just reaffirmed my belief in Anthony as a filmmaker, and my ability as an editor too.
Oh my god, you see these bumps on my face? It's because I've been wearing cheap ass makeup. Never do that. I met him at Columbia College Hollywood and met him in my writing class because I'm a writer and director and producer too. He is always on his stuff, like he always directing, always doing projects, producing, and I'm so proud of him because he's really a great writer. I'm going to always like root him on just as a friend, a fellow writer and director, and I know he's going to do amazing things. I'm such a bad bitch. That one, Mom's Will, I'm so proud of him. He got into so many film festivals. Also, Mom's Will, if you haven't checked it out, check it out on his YouTube channel. It's really good. It's very funny. It's honest. It's beautiful. It's witty, and I can see why it was in a lot of film festivals.
Working with Bates does not feel like work. When we had to shoot Mom's Will, that was probably one of the most fun extended weekends I ever had. He takes the art seriously. He does. He takes what he does seriously. But he can still joke around and he can still make it feel fun. And that's such a great combination that you don't really see from too many directors, too many writers. I mean, I myself included. Like sometimes I would argue that maybe I take this too seriously and I don't have enough fun. And something that I would like to learn more from Bates is like, he can still have fun with this, while taking he's still appropriately serious with this though. You could tell that he loves, not only does he love this, he respects this craft. And that's, again, such a good quality to have. My first impression of Bates, I don't really know if that really counts in my case. I was on a set and he was one of the crew members. So there was some downtime between setups and we had been in close proximity to each other. We weren't looking at each other or anything like that. And I don't know, one of us was part of a conversation, I forget. And we had quoted a movie that we liked and the other one just jumped right on it. And then the other one said another quote and then we just kept going back and forth and we kept doing it between takes and it was really fun. And we started asking each other about other comedies and then we would just start quoting the comedies to each other. And I think that's just kind of how we bonded. I mean, usually in my case, people get tired of it and you just want to say the one quote and then just kind of be done with it. But Bates was able to, go tit for tat, and it was a fun game that we played, and it was actually something to kind of look forward to whenever the director would say cut. So I don't know. I don't know if it was really impressive. It just went from, oh, we're two strangers on set to, okay, we're constantly speaking now, and we're talking about stuff like off rip. So working with him, it was great. There was trust that he had with my acting. He was always down to rehearse. He was always down if he wanted to talk about the character, if there was anything that I wasn't sure of as far as character wise or anything like that. He was open to ideas while still maintaining his vision and stuff like that. Because some people, they'll pander and they'll cater, but he knows what it is that he wants. He knows what he's going for, but he's still open to just in case maybe he's missing something.
So right after Mom's Will, I made another one with my sister Janelle. We made a short film called No Words, because right during Mom's Will and close at the end of it, that's when the worst in the world has happened and Corona hit. and it was hell, man. It was bad. Corona. Wow. Corona was bad. And then when the time when we thought that it was worse, it couldn't have been worse, then riots were happening. Police brutality was happening. George Floyd happened. More police brutality, more riots. Everything was happening, and the virus got worse and worse. More people dying, more people getting killed. Not even anything to do with anything. And geez, got worse. And I even went out of my own way to do what I do and just work.
Even though that there is still a lot of work to be done, obviously. It's not going to happen overnight. Maybe not this week, next month, or maybe next year, but there's a lot of stuff to be done still. So for the people out there, like, what's the next thing to do?
So it's important to like look at every step and think of, okay, what's the next step after that? Because this first step is banning the training of it. The next step is making it banned, and the third step is making it a fireable offense. All three of those things need to happen. And then the other thing I would say is like, go small. Do it. Start like every day. Do something that contributes to the cause. Whether that's reading a chapter out of a book, you know, or talking to one family member who doesn't believe in the cause and like talking to them about why you do, or signing a petition or donating like $10 or $15. Like, do at least one thing every day forever. And eventually that will like snowball into the bigger things of knowing who to vote for, and then actually voting and like advocating for real change. Because once you take the time to spread the message and to learn more about it, the rest will come with it.
Yeah.
Although we're asking change within departments, it's going to take more than just change within departments. It's going to take national change. So with that being said, it's going to be about voting. It's going to be about changing legislation for the country, not just, and individual counties and cities. So my thing would be go out and vote. I think that this election coming up, because the actual election, the preliminary that was here in California, or in actually Riverside County, and LA County, there was a lot more voters present. I worked the election, and there was a lot more voters than than in the past, even for a preliminary election. And I think it's going to be even bigger now, because I think there's certain like heads of, like the president. He's
shoot me a message about you.
I can do that. Okay, sounds good.
All right, guys.
Nice meeting you. Thank you so much.
Nice meeting you too. You guys enjoy your weekend. Stay safe out there.
Like, if you know how to properly de-escalate a situation, it doesn't have to go towards ending someone's life or sending someone to prison for no reason. Like, have you heard of Lawrence Bender?
Yes.
Yeah, see, like that. Like, stuff like that shouldn't happen, and it shouldn't be happening in our own communities like that. And it's ridiculous that it still is. These cops just need to, I don't know, they just need more education and more teaching, and we need less money. We need more money for our schools, more money for our communities, more money put into our roads, to cleaning up everything, stuff like that I think is very important.
And now when things are starting to calm down slightly, but when we're still in Corona, I think like a year and a half later, I want to make another one. How in the hell am I going to top Mom's Will? First Shark, now Mom's Will. What's next? How can I top that? So, how am I going to top that? So I went back to my scary stuff. And I came up with sex, drugs, murder in the first degree.
This is a Bates film. We have to go all the way with intensity, so I brought some bangs over.
It's time to bang all the way for intensity.
Blue Raz, baby, bang style.
All right, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Debates.
Debates.
Now, obviously, the experiment was a rousing success, but there are still questions that need to be answered. What are those questions? How many times have you done this, buddy boy?
Please! Just it'll never end! It'll never end!
You still hear the beat, do you? Classic. Even with the classic nursery that always replays in your head.
You want this to stop? Replaying in your head over and over again?
Where did you come from? You sent them away! Where did you come from?
Ready to have some fun?
I mean, this is considered the most artistic film to date. Like, this was my anthology masterpiece right here. And just because it's just a few multiple stories that this is gonna make audience keep saying, like, what the fuck am I watching, dude? Until that twist ending that I came up with, and it blew everyone away. Until you realize, oh my god, what the hell has happened? And I brought back Ian Olsen. I brought back newcomer Cody Gallahan. I brought Gabriel Calica. And we wanted to work each other for so long, and we finally did. And this, how did this top Mom's Will? I'll tell you, this is now in 33 film festivals, and 15 of them are IMDb qualified. So I'm still pending. Both Mom's Will, Sex, Drugs, Murder, First Degree, both of them are international around the world. And it's literally covering up the whole map of the world. And my name is all out there. My name is out there all over the place. And it's doing because of my cast and crew who helped me get to here, that we all got here together. And this, honestly, just by what I made, just with these two movies alone, this came to the realization that I don't need a big budget to make a good movie. Man, during my last film, I just did nothing. I did nothing right after Mom's Will afterwards, before Sex, Drugs, Murder, and First Degree. I just slept, man. I couldn't do anything. Like, more and more chest pains, more pain was coming in. Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Even when you least expect it, I will still be there. Day or night, I'll always gonna be there. Even when you least expect it. Expected or unexpected, I'm there. I'm the only thing that will hurt you. And the only thing that will probably kill you. Will make you miserable. Make your life a living hell. What are you gonna do? Make the right choice.
I like your setup.
Thank you.
He's got stacks of Blu-rays, DVDs, a whole closet full of DVDs. What's the favorite one? Is it the Star Wars?
Well, I got a lot of sagas in here. I got Star Wars, all of Rocky, Indiana Jones, Lord of the Rings. I got everything.
You got the Lord of the Rings series?
Yep, all of them.
Dude. Is that... And that's fake money.
Yeah, all that's fake money right there.
All right, to set the scene for the listener here, he's got like mounds of DVDs and Blu-rays, and then at the very top shelf is like what looks like, I would say, $200,000.
Yes, that's the exact amount.
That's the exact amount?
That's the exact amount, yes.
Holy fuck.
I had a little camcorder, and as you guys see with the lighting, even though because people always look by quality, this actually looks like a movie. You know, it looks dark. Take offense to that because when they say, "Oh man, this looks really good," it could look really good, but the movie could still suck.
Right.
But even though the movie looks dark, because obviously I just told you guys with the camcorder, you could forget all about that, just watch the story, and you realize, man, the story is actually very good. I love this story. What else has this guy got?
Hey Bates, it's James here. I just wanted to come on real quick and say how awesome of a person I think you are. You have so much talent. You have so much gift to you. I first met you in film school at Columbia College Hollywood. I had the honor of working with you twice, one on a series as an actor.
We do this thing every weekend with the new neighbors. Please, have a seat. I'll be right back.
Miles, right? So I heard there's dessert coming?
Yes, we do. If you wait about 5 minutes, dessert comes. You can go in the kitchen where my sister is, and you can get the first slice.
Try the pie. Come on, try it. Try the pie.
Eat. Try the pie. Try the pie.
Like I said, say no.
And the other on your film Shark as a production assistant, and both times I worked with you, it was just amazing. And I mean, I can't talk enough about you, of how amazing, how much talent you have. You're just so gifted. I mean, the amount of creativity that you have in your brain is amazing. And dude, I just love you. And from working with you twice, it was a blast, and you're just an amazing person, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for you, dude.
Please do not stop what you're doing, because you're an amazing person and you're really going to make it out there. You're really going to put a name on yourself, so don't stop, keep going.
This man, honestly, I'm so proud to call him my friend and my little brother. Anthony, keep it up.
I just know that he's going to go far in life, and especially in his career, and I just can't wait to see what's in store for his future.
Definitely going to keep an eye out on his work, because I know it's only going to get better and better, because it's very entertaining to watch his perspectives and his ideas come to life.
Hey Anthony, I wish you the best. I know this project is going to come out amazing. And bye guys, I'm Day Paris. Follow me on Instagram. I am Day Paris. On YouTube, subscribe to my channel. Bye guys.
He's one friend that's made me very proud with the progress that he's made and everything that he's doing.
And you're guaranteed to leave an Anthony Bates film with a smile on your face.
I hope to see like some more of just these like silly, dumb grindhouse type style movies and whatnot. Yeah, you know me. I love my movies like that.
And lastly, well, he's just fun to be around with.
At the end of the day, is what you're going to do about whatever that position is, or, if that's what you're seeking. Sometimes you don't need to have a position. Sometimes you just need to go fly.
Exactly.
You don't need an engine to fly. You just need a good breeze.
He's my brother. I love this guy. Once again, love him.
Mr. Bates, love him.
And, I mean, hey, with a name like Anthony Bates, born to be in this town.
He's really excitable, and that it's infectious, and that's something that I hope to adopt and learn from him one day. Is that for me and my sets or my scripts, people get excited, because when they see that the captain is excited, you know that the voyage is gonna be great.
Like our sort of creative passions need to get out there. He reintroduced me to that light in a way. I mean, it never disappeared, but some days it was fading, and it just, I like to be around him a lot because he was always positive and sharing his ideas, and he's just a cool work partner and friend along the way, I think. And I do believe Anthony's going to be going places. I truly do.
I currently work at a warehouse company, and I've been there since late 2018. And I worked myself to be this top picker. During those 4 years, I've written 6 feature films. And I went to tell them I was a filmmaker, and I would redo their outdated videos, because their outdated videos are just terrible, guys. Oh my God. And I would love to redo them for them. And I've made a COVID video for them, and that's how I met Linda, my girlfriend, and who happens to be in my last film, and helped making me a few more. She has a few ideas of her own, and they're really good stories. Not only that, I think I found my inspiration. And it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. I don't think as much as hard anymore. I don't have that many thoughts. All those thoughts are just going away now. I don't overthink things anymore. Not as much. I'm still looking for film jobs the best I could. 0. Still, except for my job, the best I could. Still film the best I could when I have the time, and pay for my college bills. So I'll be paying for those no matter what. If I stop now, stop filming, I stop living. I give everyone opportunities here and there, and they make it. Now I think about that. Why don't I give myself that opportunity?
Rising up back on the street, did my time, took my chances, went the distance, now I'm back on my feet, just a man and his will to survive. So many times it happens too fast. You trade your passion for glory. Don't lose your grip on the dreams of the past. You must fight just to keep them alive. It's the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight. Right
still